Yo, welcome everybody. You've been missing it, you've been craving it, and we're gonna deliver. We're gonna quench your thirst better than Gatorade. Let me tell you, that's right, Creepy Old Crypt is back.
Boom.
It's been a while. We haven't done a lot of episodes lately because honestly, our plan was to always like record in certain locations and then talk about that location and then have a good time. But, you know, we only had so many subjects that we felt comfortable doing without the parks being open. You know, it's like, what are we going to do? Like, we still can't visit these wonderful places. Yeah. And then it was like, well, you know, I don't know. It just, like, it waned for a while. But then it was decided, you know, I've been streaming lately these top 10 lists that, you know, my favorite movies and stuff like that. And then it was like, yo, why don't we do the top 10 attractions? We don't have to be at the attractions to tell our favorite lists. You know, this is another thing we could do from here and do it right. So that's what we're going to try to do. We missed doing Creepy Old Crypt. At least I did. I'm not going to speak for
yeah. I totally missed doing it.
So we're going to do it. We're each going to do our top 10 lists, our favorite attractions of all time. And I think at one point we're going to maybe rapid fire our 5, maybe we'll do our 5 least favorite attractions, like rides that wait, let me just clarify. They don't, when we say attractions, they don't have to be necessarily a ride.
Maybe shows.
It could be a show. It could be, you know, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln or something where you're watching it. You know, it could be that, just attractions. But we're gonna run down our top 5 least favorite too. I think.
Yep.
At some point, maybe not right away. Maybe like before we get to the top one or something like that. Anyway, so we're gonna try it, guys. We're gonna run those down. But anyway, yeah, let's get to it. I feel like, Kevin, you tell me what you want to do. But we'll do our top 10 lists. Maybe should we trade off each one?
I think we should trade off. Like, I think we should do our number 10 both. Like, and then our number 9, and then our number 8.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll each try to pull up an image, too. We'll do our best.
We'll see how it matches up.
Yeah. We got the hype train in the Twitch chat, guys. For all you Creepy Old Crypt fans who don't watch us on Twitch, let me explain that to you. I don't know what it is. All right, we're done with that. Okay. But we are on the hype train. That's my top 10 favorite attraction right there. I don't know what it is. I like the regular train. Uh-oh, is that on here? Oh, no, I don't know if it's on.
Oh, you just fucked your whole list up.
I don't know. Dude, I'm having a lot of difficulty. Okay. I had honestly a lot of difficulty with the end of the list. Like my number 10. Like there were ones that wanted to fit into the end, just peek me into the end of the list, and I don't know if it did, but it might be on here. I might have already ranked it. I actually made a list of like a list of like 20 because I needed to know the spectrum of the whole thing.
And then remove as you go. Like, room down a tut.
But, yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think? You want to get to number 10?
Yeah, let's do number 10.
Okay, I'm going to list, I'll do mine first to kind of set the tone here where I can look up an image of it. But I think this is gonna be on your list. Fuck. I'm looking up images. Let me just show everyone at home how this is going. Like, I'll look up. Here's my first attraction on the list. What? How? That's the name of a flower?
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta type in great. Yeah,
this sucks.
There we go. Now it's doing it.
Okay, the first one on my list. This is my number 10. This is my number 10. It's not a ride. It's a stage show. It's in Disneyland. It's classic Disneyland. And it's something that Walt Disney loved to do, and you don't see attractions like this anymore, where he wanted to do something unabashedly patriotic and a tribute to a great man, a great president. This, again, no one would make this attraction now. You know, I think there's a lot more to these kinds of things now. But back in the day, he just was like, hey, this one dude in history, I liked him. I'm going to be the first to recreate him with technology. No one had done this before. I'm going to use robotics to bring a great man to life. So to me, my number 10 top attraction of all time, you got to go with, is it any surprise here?
Great moments.
It's we're gonna have a great moment with Mr. Lincoln. I mean, come on. This broke new ground. He brought a person back from history to give a speech in front of people. That had never been done before. So I love it. It's a piece of classic Americana, classic Disney. That's my number 10. That's what I would pick. It gets me a little teary-eyed. And let me just say, the speech he gives is more relevant today than ever. This attraction, it's old school, new school. Shit, I didn't go to school. Okay.
Mine is.
Do you want to type it up as we go, or I'll do it as you say?
Yeah. I think you do it as I say it.
Okay.
Mine is also a animatronic show.
Ooh,
my number 10.
I think okay.
A little more historically important.
Than
Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, but it's Country Bears.
Oh damn! Okay, it is. There it is. The Country Bears. There's the picture of the ride right there.
That's perfect picture. It is basically. I love that. I like that as a kid more. I like Lincoln a ton, but that has a nostalgia for me. Country Bears.
Yeah.
Like, I went on that all the time, and I loved it. So, Country Bears ekes out my animatronic show.
I think it is one of the top attractions. I really do, because it is classic Disney artist, their most famous artist, Mark Davis, designed this thing top to bottom. It was the last thing that Walt oversaw. He wasn't around for the attraction to be built.
But he saw it, like, progressing and getting finished.
He oversaw the vibe. And gave a seal of approval, and then Mark Davis took it all from there. It's cute, it's funny, it's still impressive.
Yep. And Lincoln only has one animatronic.
Yeah.
There's like, what, 6 or 7 in this one?
Yeah. Now, I'm glad you picked that, because can I tell you why?
Why?
My number 9 is Country Bears. We don't even have to look it up. We don't even have to change the image.
Already on there. The official Country Bears image.
I like, and this is where, I mean, some people are going, come on, Country Bears? Like, what really? But I look at things like this where they design stuff from front to back, every detail. That's something they did here. When you go in the waiting room, there's paintings of all these bears.
Yep.
The ground has little claw marks all over it.
Yeah, like they got scratched as they're walking into the theater.
Yeah, like the bears are walking around.
Yeah.
The music is like stuff the bears are playing, or they're practicing the banjo and stuff. You walk in the theater, the heads mounted on the walls start talking. Every little detail is designed to fit this attraction.
Yeah.
There's nothing off the shelf here. And I think it's still funny. Call me old-fashioned. I think it's still funny.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cute, and it's themed entertainment done perfect.
Yeah.
So that's my number 9. I ranked it higher than you.
You did?
Is that a mistake or not?
And
if you ever want to call me out, argue with me, get into it.
It's all good.
Because I'm going to drag you. I will.
No.
I'll destroy you on this stream. Believe it. Okay. I'm so glad that worked out, though.
Yeah.
My number 8 is another animatronic show. Oh man, people are going to be watching this like, bro, go on Space Mountain, But
well, something with mountain in the name, please.
Yeah, this is another animatronic show, and it was, in my opinion, the most impressive. Not one image has come up that I've wanted. By the way, earlier when it pulled up roses, there was a rose called Mr. Lincoln.
Yeah.
So when I looked it up, it gave me the
rose.
Yeah. But whatever, I'll go with this image. It's fine. My number 8. Oh wait. We didn't do your. I totally skipped you.
Oh.
We didn't do your number 9.
We didn't do number 9.
Sorry, we got to do that.
Sorry,
okay.
Shit, I'm all off.
Yeah,
my number 9 is not an animatronic show.
Okay.
It is Big Thunder Mountain, Paris.
Oh, really?
It's the best one. Out of all the Big Thunders, Paris is the best one. Because it's all on an island in the middle of... It's their Tom Sawyer Island, except you can't go on it. It's Big Thunder.
Real? Yeah. That one is like the most deluxe of all of them, isn't it?
It's so good. It's definitely the best out of all the Big Thunders. Because I think it's the newest one.
No kidding, yeah.
What
I knew about this, or what I feel like I heard about this, is they had done it a few times, and this was like, hey, we got everything right. Like, this was what they always wanted it to be, right? I think that's what I heard.
Yeah. And it's great. Like, you start out, you don't know, but yeah, you just go under the river, and then you're going through the ride in the middle of where the Mark Twain goes around.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah. It was very. I haven't been on the Paris one. I saw it from afar, but man, it's extremely impressive.
Yeah.
Like, you really got to give it up to them. This was the second, what do you call it? I guess the next generation of Disney Imagineers.
Yeah.
You had the classic guys, then the next wave came in who were fans of old Disneyland and wanted to do these really spectacular things. And this is one of the epitomes of that.
Yep.
So that, you like that more than any other version?
Yes, it's the best version of all the Big Thunders.
So let me ask you, maybe we're getting ahead of ourselves, is that the only Big Thunder in your top 10?
Yes, it is.
So you picked the best one.
I got into, like, do I pick multiple versions of different rides? And I'm like, no, I'm going to pick the best of my favorite rides and then put that on the top 10 list.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
Okay. Wise decision, I think.
Yep.
Okay, sorry for skipping over you there. I got confused there for a minute.
I did too. So you're on you're 8.
This is my number 8
You're
now.
number 8.
And I said it before, it's an animatronic show. I think it's the most impressive animatronic show of all of them. So I promise this is my last one.
Yeah.
But I love animatronics. This is to me the best one. And I couldn't believe when I found out how it worked. It blew my mind. How they were pulling things off with no human interaction, and it was just going.
You just push a button and it goes.
Yeah, and just like Lincoln, it celebrates American history. It brings up the good and the bad, which some of the other ones hadn't really been able to do. Obviously, there's things that would be different now, but for what they did in 1982, this was absolutely mind-blowing, and that is the American adventure.
Yeah.
The history of America all in one show. When I saw it, I couldn't believe it was all just running.
Yeah.
Every set was coming out of the same area, and I'm like, how the hell are they doing this? These sets are gigantic. The animatronics are everywhere. How are they doing this? Find out later that there's like an underground train of animatronics.
Lifts them up, and all these scenes and stuff come up from the ground and the stage and stuff. It's great.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is one of my 2 or 3 favorite attractions at all of Epcot. That's my number 8. Incredible, fantastic show. So that would be mine. Okay.
Okay, my number 8.
Yeah.
Also an animatronic show.
Oh!
Mine is Carousel of Progress.
Oh! Carousel of Progress.
Yep. That is, out of all the animatronic shows, that's probably my favorite. I love that one.
Well, I said a minute ago that American Adventure was the last one on my list.
What?
I may have miscalculated.
Oh.
But we'll see. We'll go down the list and see if I'm wrong. But anyway, that's your number 8?
Number 8, because it's just quaint, and it's not as like, grandiose as some of the other shows and stuff like that, but I love it. It's just the story of time, like, just how technology improves through time, and it's just fun, and I love it. I can go on it a million times.
It's an old-timey look at, like, what's the future going to be? How exciting. We're going to be able to go to the bathroom inside, you know, and stuff like that. And it was, make no mistake, this needs to be said about this.
Yeah.
It was Walt Disney's favorite. Like, supposedly by the time he passed away, he had planted his flag. Like, that's my favorite.
This is my favorite attraction we have.
That was his favorite thing they did. And to me, I always look for the things that don't exist anywhere. Things that are just wholly unique. This is in a rotating theater. You move around.
Yeah.
There's just so few things like it, and it has Walt Disney's fingerprints all over it. Even though it was updated in '93, it's still unabashedly that show. It's still and I hope they don't update it since '93 because I love Grandma in VR.
Yeah, but I hope they keep that forever.
Yeah, seriously, it's that update. The last time they updated it is old enough now that it rules.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think they could leave it.
It's funny again. It's good.
I totally agree. Okay, so that was your number 8.
That was my number 8. You're on your 7.
My number 7. Okay. Might get a little controversial.
It might be.
This is the newest attraction on my list. I had a hard time though if this one would be in there or not. But
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is on my list too.
Is it really?
Close. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was like too new school. Because sometimes it's hard. I don't necessarily want to pick something straight out the gate.
Yeah. You gotta let it age. You gotta let it figure out if it's just not the initial excitement, or something that's like, oh, this 20 years later will be just as fun.
Exactly. But I looked at it, I went on it a bunch and objectively looked at it, and I thought, this is something I've always wanted to see and experience and do, and all of it was here. And I'm going to say it right here and now. The newest one on here, my number, what is that? 7?
7.
My number 7 is Rise of the Resistance.
Yep.
Galaxy's Edge. Wherever you want to do it, Disneyland or Disney World, the same.
They're the same, exactly the same. So,
but Rise of the Resistance, for me, was when they I don't want to spoil this attraction for people who haven't been on it.
Yeah, it's great.
Because I want to have a game days where we all go on this. Mm-hmm. But when they get you ready to go where you go in this, I can't tell you, that was 20 plus years of loving Star Wars was all like bubbling to the surface of my flesh. Like, oh my God, this is happening.
Yep.
This is really happening. And they executed it so good and so exciting. They could have totally half-assed this ride way more. You know what I mean? And it still would have been awesome.
Yeah.
But the fact they went as deluxe as they did. We're not going to spoil anything for you.
No, we're not.
This is the only shot that I'll show. We're not going to say anything about it. But this ride to me is Disneyland's greatest hits. In terms of, wow, a trick from that, a trick from this, a trick from this. Like, everything they learned, They used it in this ride. So, that's my number 7.
Okay.
And I wanted to say, well, I won't go into it. We'll get into runners-up afterwards, but there's one that this one edged it out. So, but anyway, that's for me. That's my number 7. Okay.
My number 7.
Okay.
This might be on your list, it might not. I don't know. But my number 7 is Pandora Flight of Passage.
Okay. This is... Yeah. Go explain why this would be on your list.
This is probably the most advanced and lifelike flying simulator Disney's ever done.
Yeah.
Like, it is the closest you'll feel like flying of any ride. And it's awesome. It's the music, it's just seeing everything, and like you said before, I never really got the whole, I'm bummed Pandora doesn't exist until I rode this.
This flight gets an emotional response.
You start like getting goosebumps because it's just so grandiose and beautiful, and all the music and everything. It is so good.
Even if you are not into Avatar, believe me, I still don't care for that movie.
Yeah.
I really don't. But the world building was great.
Yeah.
But the movie's whatever. You will still potentially get like emotional at this because it's not about the movie. It's the emotional catharsis of flight. Like it feels like the flying dream that you've had. Mm-hmm. I never, so the reason why I reacted so big when you announced this was literally the attraction I was thinking of when I said this barely got bumped out of my list.
Oh, okay.
It breaks my heart. I almost had this as my number 10, but it would have bumped out Lincoln, and I couldn't do that. But this, I really wanted to put this in my top 10, and I ran out of room. So I'm glad you got it on there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right now it's not on mine.
But it was a fight.
Yeah, it kills me because I had such a response to that.
Yeah.
God, my throat's dry. Sorry, I've been talking a lot today.
We have.
Anything else you want to say about Flight of Passage? Distract them while I drink.
It is so good. The line is usually pretty long, but it's gotten better recently, and so try and go on it if you can. It's completely worth it, and the initial part is scary as hell. Like
it makes you think you're gonna what am I going into?
You go into these like briefing rooms, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? And then you sit in this thing, and it's just this sounds and stuff like that. You have no idea what you're in for.
Yeah.
But don't worry about it. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I was terrified, and I left like in near tears.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the line for the ride is often pretty long.
Yeah.
That to me is half the attraction.
Yeah.
Because you go through their laboratories, you go through.
It's set up where you can see all this cool stuff.
It's really well done.
Yeah.
And somebody said it in the chat. Disney, they have a lot of franchises. They
Yeah.
deal a lot with, everything's franchise related. Why is that? And sometimes I get how that is. And sometimes when you hear they're going to build a ride based on a franchise, it's like, ugh, why can't they do something original? Why can't they do this, that, whatever? But someone in the chat just said this. Disney knows how to cut through franchise BS and get to the heart of what makes something work.
Yes.
Avatar should have not worked.
Yeah.
Avatar should have been a lot lamer than it was. But what they tapped in on was the emotional feeling of flying through nature. And it doesn't get tangled up in movie jargon.
There's no like people in it. You're not like fighting the bad guy and all it, like.
It's all taking in the beauty of it.
Yep.
It's really incredible.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay. My number 6.
Okay.
I think the controversy is going to really kick in now.
Yeah, now that we're getting to the hot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah.
Because my next one, I don't know Kevin's list. I think this one is going to be way higher on his, and I think when he hears how low I put it, he's going to go,
okay.
What happened to you, dude?
Yeah.
But I have weird priorities. This is a classic ride. It's only at Disneyland.
Okay.
It's exciting. I think it's one of the most exciting fun rides of all time. And of the newer generation of rides, this to me is among the classics like Pirates and Haunted Mansion.
Yeah.
For me. I'm saying it right here and now. Don't look into my eyes. It's Indiana Jones Adventure, the Temple of the Forbidden Eye in Disneyland.
Yeah, I would say 6 is too low for that, but I understand.
See?
I understand.
But I have weird things that make other things higher.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
definitely.
This is for me the newest classic. In terms of Flight of Passage and Rise of the Resistance are the newest ones I would rank up there, but this to me is on the level of Pirates and the other classics.
Yeah, this is the one that was huge in the 90s, and it stood the test of time.
It absolutely has.
Now it's still amazing.
To me, walking through the temple leading up to the ride, they really crafted the story, where they really build you into the adventure.
Yep.
Hey, you're going to be going into this temple. A lot of people haven't come out. By the way, if you see this particular idol, don't look into its eyes. They already start to set up like, am I going to see that idol? I'm not going to look. Do I look at it? Did I mess this up? They put you at the seat of the adventure. Yeah. They could easily make it all about just watch what Indiana Jones does, but they don't. They put you. Indiana Jones is there, but it's all like, look what you did. Look what problems you caused.
Yep.
It puts you in the seat, in the hot seat.
And that is a Tony Baxter trademark.
Right?
Yeah.
It's he totally studies the school of Peter Pan. Come on everybody, here we go. It's not just watching here. It's not just watching Peter Pan, it's you can fly.
Yeah.
Front to back, perfect ride.
Yep.
To me. So I got to say that Indiana Jones. Okay. I knew you would put that higher because you have always been an Indy nut.
I love Indiana Jones.
So 6. Did I disappoint you?
No. You're all good. Okay. My number 6.
Yeah.
It's a ride we've already talked about.
Okay.
But it is Rise of the Resistance.
Oh, we're going back to that. We're going back to Rise.
It edged out Flight of Passage for me. I love both, but it edged it out just a little bit.
Okay. So you do like that better.
I do like the Star Wars one better.
Yeah.
It's just the technology and everything. Yeah. It's a fun ass ride through and through.
Flight of Passage is an incredible emotional experience, but to me, when it comes to theme park stuff, you cannot top real animatronics, real props, real
everything
sets.
Like that.
And Rise of the Resistance went real. They use some projection effects.
Yeah.
But it is only against real stuff.
Yep.
And So,
already talked about it. It's a great ride. Don't want to spoil anything, but it's awesome.
Yeah. I gotta I almost said disagree. No, I gotta agree. Why would I say that? I'm ready to fight or something. Okay, my number 5. We're getting to the top 5 now.
Yep.
Number 5 is another one we already talked about, but again, my value system is screwed up. But I will always value the cute pieces of yesteryear, and and things that had never been done before,
Yeah.
things that were broke the mold in every way. We already talked about it, but Walt's favorite attraction, boom, Carousel of Progress. That's
Can't go wrong with
my.
that.
What was that? That was your number what?
That was my number 8.
That's my number 5. Top
Okay.
5. I went on this for the first time like 5 years ago or something, and you should have seen the look on my face. This was like a straight shot to the veins of everything I love in Disney attractions. Just, oh my God, it's unabashed old style classic WED attraction.
Yep.
Walt Disney, Walter Elias Disney Enterprise, whatever.
Yep.
I mean, that's not what the company stood for, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You get it. Anyway. Okay, that's my number 5.
That was your number 5.
Okay. Okay, well, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is also a newer ride.
It's a newer ride, okay.
Just like my number 6, but it is Radiator Springs Racers.
Whoa, really?
In Cars Land.
Radiator Springs Racers.
Yeah.
Wow.
I absolutely love that ride.
Wow.
It is just perfect. It's half dark ride, half fast ride. I love it.
They did do better with this ride than the Cars ride ever. And this is exactly what we're talking about. This is a franchise that should have been a lame ride.
Yeah.
And this is one of the best rides I think Disney ever made.
Yeah. And they took there's test track and stuff, but it's just the dark ride part is just testing out your car.
Yeah.
This is actually has a story and tons of animatronics and it's really good. I love this ride. Top 5.
Yeah. I do objectively think this is one of the best rides they've made. It's not in my top 10.
No.
Because it goes high speed at the end and it starts doing dips and shit that unfortunately it breaks my heart because I think this ride is so good, but I can't go on it because of those dips and the bank turns. It makes me sick and that kills me.
Yeah.
But I think you're right to include it.
Yep.
I respect your decision. That's your number 5?
That's my number 5.
I thought that would be on your list. I didn't think it would be in your top 5.
Really?
Top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
But I didn't think that.
I come after that ride glowing every time. I love it.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, understandable. It's a great ride.
Every photograph that ever gets taken on me is just me with a smile on my face.
Yeah. I always flip off the camera and see if they'll still print it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to do that, but okay. My next ride is now we're getting number 4. This is, I'll say right now. Ooh, this is tough, but it's gonna get it's getting more controversial. This is my number 4. It's a classic Epcot attraction, the best Epcot attraction, one of the best rides in all of Disney World.
Oh yeah.
I went on this for the first time, however many years ago, and was just like, oh my God, yeah. I went on it once, and I was like, this was extremely my shit. Mm-hmm. Dark ride. This is Epcot's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep.
Untouchable to me, even though it's been updated. The ideas and the heart of it still linger on as we ride as one of its passengers, Spaceship Earth at Epcot. Again, I look for what's breaking the mold. The ride is housed in this gigantic sphere. It's easy to be desensitized to this because you've seen it in so much promotion and whatever. There is a giant geodesic sphere and a ride is inside it.
As a kid, I always saw the Epcot ball and everything like that. I never knew there was a ride in it until I got older.
Same here until the last decade, maybe. And I found that out and it was like, you're kidding me. There's a ride inside? I just thought it was a structure.
Yeah.
And there is a ride. Yeah, people in the chat don't know this.
Yeah.
And you get into a time machine and it takes you through the history of man.
Yep.
And it's
communication and
the plight of communication and how we reach out to other people. It's one of the all-time greatest rides. I love dark rides. It's the best, one of the best ones of all time.
Oh yeah.
There's not many images on here of just the animatronics inside. Like, who the hell are these people? These people going into some elite brigade here. What is that? That's not even the right building.
That's like a hotel.
But anyway, I wish I could show you the animatronics. It's just not turning up here, and I don't want it to pull up another image of a rose or something. But for me, Spaceship Earth is just an untouchable ride. So that is my number 4. It's just a lot of... you can see, you get in these machines and you go up, you spiral up to the dome, where at the top you take a look at our spaceship Earth, where for a time we were its passengers. Anyway, that's my number 4.
Okay.
Incredible ride. Okay, your number 4. We're getting into the thick of it.
The nitty gritty. This might be controversial.
Uh-oh.
But Spaceship Earth is also my number 4.
That's your number 4 too?
Yep.
How did we all both arrive at that?
I don't know.
I think because our top 3 is going to be... I think it's going to be pretty similar.
Yeah, it might be similar.
Actually, wait a second. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I know 2 of yours. But there is one ride that is not... I don't think it's going to be in your top 10 at all. That is my number 3.
Okay.
And I think that's where the divide is going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think I know 2 of them.
Okay.
But anyway, I think number 4 is good because you got to recognize we're going to get to the top ones are going to be the Disneyland classics, probably.
The complete classic.
But so that's your number 4. Any particular reason that I didn't say on there?
It's just like I always say, all I can really say about it is how good the ride is and not really what it's about. But it's just great.
Big ass, deluxe ass, dark ride. I mean, come on. You go on it and it's like, come on.
Another thing is they've changed it throughout the years, but they left a lot of stuff in the ride. So my second favorite thing to do in that ride, other than just ride it, is to like not even look at what you're supposed to be looking at and try to find these weird things left in the ride.
Because they've altered it so many times.
Yep.
There's remnants of past updates everywhere.
Screens that are like, oh, those used to be on show and stuff and things like that. Mm-hmm. I love it.
I gotta agree with you. Yep. So we are on the same page. Number 4.
Yep.
Okay.
Number 3. Top 3.
Number 3. Now, somebody asked, is this all Disney or is it all parks?
I did all Disney because it's a Disney, it's Creepy Old Crypt.
But we've done it for Knott's and other stuff.
Yeah.
So, but here's the thing. It's gonna be overwhelmingly Disney no matter what.
Disney knows, they have the money and the Imagineers.
They're the ones doing this stuff.
Yeah.
Just outside, and I wanted to get to honorable mentions at one point. The Calico Mine Train is in my honorable mentions.
Both that and the Timber Mountain Log Ride are A+ fucking rides.
So that's what I would say. Aside from that, I don't think anything else would be a contender for me.
No. For me, probably, actually, I don't know, they changed, but Jurassic Park is one of my favorite honorable mentions. It is such a awesome dark ride. With my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. So
So those are on my honorable mentions, and we'll go more into those in a minute. Or what do you think? Should we do...
Top
when
3?
do you want to do the top worst and the honorable mentions?
Let's hold off
you
on the top on number 1,
okay,
and then go into the worst 5, and then do our number 1.
So you want to wait for number 1?
Yeah,
okay, so we're getting to the top 3.
Yep.
Okay, top 3. I don't want you to look at this. I'm going to look it up.
I already guessed it. Shrek 4D. Sorry.
Oh, dude, why are you giving it away?
Yeah.
When he Heisman Trophy poses and just spackles you with that fart.
When you get splattered with just green shit juice.
And Justin Timberlake does the voice.
Yeah.
This is my favorite. I don't want you to look at my search.
Okay.
Because this one, people in the chat is going to explode.
Okay.
It's going to be like when Dr. Disrespect got banned. The
like...
community in Twitch is going to go haywire.
It's going to be the corn dog stand or something.
It's going to be, oh my God. This is my number 3. People are not at all going to agree with me. But, again, is it cute? Is it classic Disney? Is it
I think I know
indicative of an era gone by? But also, did it break the mold? Did it mean something then and even more so now? Is it this? It's classic. Walt Disney had his hands all over this. All the most classic artists in Disney history were all over this ride, and it's and people love to crack jokes and make fun of it. Well, give your jokes, but at the end of the day, there's a reason the jokes are so popular. This is a definitive theme park experience. That's right, the catchiest song of all time. It's a small world!
I knew it.
It's a small world is my number 3 ride of all time.
I love this ride, but it's not even in my top 10.
Okay, I knew something was going to happen. It couldn't end happy. Because let me tell you, I think This is such a definitive Disneyland experience. To not have it in your top 10, I question if you've been to Disneyland. So,
get ready for where Roger Rabbit is in my top 10.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
joking. I'm just joking. Roger Rabbit's not in my top 10.
Okay. But I am pointing out this is the Disneyland version. Disney World is. I just feel like the other ones are not as good.
This one's the classic State Fair, like World's Fair. I mean,
State Fair.
State Fair, right next to the gyroscope or whatever it is.
Yeah, the Gravitron.
Gravitron. That's
it. It's just the one in California is the original World's Fair version.
They just packed it up and moved it over.
And it's Titanic. They would never, if they were building this today, they'd make this ride tiny. But because it was back then and Walt wanted what he wanted, they made this thing huge. So it's a huge ride. Mary Blair design, has her artwork in there, her imprint on it. Raleigh Crump, all the classic Disney artists had a hand in this. Mark Davis did some stuff for it too. Classic.
Yeah.
So to me, Kevin, this isn't even in your top 10. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed because I think I know your top 3 now.
Yeah, I think you do.
And I get it, but no Small World in the top 10. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so that's my number 3. What's your number 3?
My number 3, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Number 3.
My number 3.
I got it. Okay, I gotta look that up. But tell them.
Yeah, basically this classic dark ride, original, I'm talking about the Disneyland one, of course, but it is one of the most perfect dark rides ever. It has something for everybody. It has a billion animatronics in it from the 60s, so it's like, I don't know, it's great.
It's classic. It's like they nailed it so well back then. It still holds up.
The storytelling, the comedy, everything, it's just great.
Now let me interject here. I think too low. I think 3 is too low on the list for that. That's right. You heard me. 3 is. I mean, what are 1 and 2? I'm afraid to ask. I think he's gonna do something freaky like Test Track.
This one had to be in my top 3. You know my other 2. I'm sure.
I think I do. But now I'm second guessing one of them. But yeah, I'll say, Pirates. Again, California version. I'm assuming you said. I think. The Anaheim Pirates. It's weird. They've done Pirates again multiple times, and they're never as good as the California one.
I will say, I think the technology in the Paris one is better.
Yeah, there's some cool tech there.
There's some really cool tech in actual sword fighting animatronics and stuff I'd never seen before. Mm-hmm. But this is the classic. This is the one. This is top 3. Love it.
Yeah, Disney World is a little too abbreviated. I mean, in Anaheim, just for the record, in the one in California, you get silently whispered to as they drop you into darkness, and then you're going through caves and skeletons forever before you even see a pirate. The best lead up of any ride. Mm-hmm. I really believe that. And then in Florida, they don't do any of that. You're on it, and then, here's pirates. Okay, bye, and that's it.
Yeah.
Anaheim committed, again, because Walt Disney was around. He was like, we got the space for this. Let's do it. Let's make this the best it can be. And it was his last attraction that he worked on. He didn't even get to see it open, but he oversaw what it was going to be. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely got Walt's imprint. So that's your number 3.
Yes.
I mean, come on. It's Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Classic. Okay. Now, all right, I gave you my number 3.
Okay.
Are you ready for my number 2?
Lay it on me.
This is going to blow your mind. It's Pirates. It's Pirates. It's number 2. That's my number 2. It's Pirates. Pirates in California is to me, I think objectively, I think that's the best dark ride. I would say objectively. I have my personal favorite above this.
Yeah, I do too.
But I personally think that is the most they ever nailed it.
Yeah.
Is what I think. Mm-hmm. This is the blueprint to a good slow ride, for me.
Oh yeah.
So that's my number 2. I really battled with it being number 1. I really
I
battled
was
with
surprised.
it.
I was expecting that to be your number one. But now I think I kind of maybe know your number one.
On certain days, if you ask me, that is my number one. But there's certain lore and weird historical reasons, maybe, and just more my sentimentality, I guess, that makes my number one the number one. But this, on some days, I would say this is my number one.
Yeah.
But that's it for now.
Okay.
Your number two?
My number two is the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah. I like it was a battle between Haunted Mansion or Pirates, just which to do.
Sure.
But
yeah.
But I like scary stuff a lot, so like a spooky haunted house will always edge out Pirates for me in my mind.
Sure.
They're both awesome rides, classics, everything like that. But
yeah,
I gave Haunted Mansion that slight edge to beat out Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. I gotta tell you, I'm getting nervous now because Pirates and Haunted Mansion, in my eyes, are like two of the most definitive rides ever made, and yet neither of them are at the top. I'm scared what might be at the top. I think he's gonna pull a fast one and be like Goofy Sky School to try to get Twitch clout or something. I'm scared now. I'm not. I'm gonna say it. I'm not happy. So that's your number two. Okay.
That's number two. Okay. Do we want to do worst?
But it's a great choice. This should be. If this wasn't in your top 10, I would have cut the stream.
Oh yeah, but
two. Okay.
It's gonna be. But are we gonna go to worst?
Okay. So, well, do you want to do runners up before or after the list is over? Let's do it after the list.
Yeah, let's do it after.
But for now,
everything's out of the way.
Yeah, and then but maybe for now we can do the top 5 worst, top 5 least favorite attractions. So we'll just kind of barrel through these. But we thought it would be fun. What are 5 rides that we are just like, no thanks.
It sucks.
Don't want to do this. It's harder. We were just talking about this. It's harder to rank things you like the least because it's kind of like I don't care. They're out of my mind.
Think about it. It's harder to do things you dislike.
Yeah.
Like make a list of things you don't like.
Mm-hmm. So it took longer for me to write these 5 than it did the whole 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you want to just bounce back?
Yeah. I don't think I need to look up the images.
No.
For these.
We'll just.
They're terrible. Don't put them in. Don't occupy your mind. Don't let them live rent free.
Although the images might be funnier for these ones because they're so bad.
Someone in the chat says there isn't an attraction at Disneyland I would say I hate. I guess there would be for me, but to me, most rides that they put a genuine effort in, I would never say I hate. Maybe I don't want to go on them as much.
Yeah.
These are some low rent POSs
it's
from
like,
me.
Why build them?
Yeah. So you want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. My number 5 is, I hope I got the name right, Journey into Your Imagination.
Oh.
The most recent one.
Oh, so that's actually in your least favorite.
Yeah.
The one that's there right now.
The one that's there right now. I don't like it.
No, they did it wrong.
But
they did
I
it dirty.
see these videos of the original. I'm like, oh fuck, this looks amazing. What they did, they hacked off 70% of the track.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Looped that track, and it's all about loud sounds. Oh,
that's brutal.
This one smells like a skunk. I don't like it.
That sucks. I will say that I would not put that in my least favorite list.
Yeah.
Personally, because I like writing it. I think there's 2 ways to look at it. It's a glass half empty, half full thing. Because they massacred that. They massacred
completely
that ride. So that does qualify it for bad.
Yeah.
But I will say I get an enjoyment out of writing it because of the history. And when I'm on it, I'm like, yo, I recognize that's what that used to be. That's what that used to be. So that already gives me more enjoyment than the crap that I have on my list right now. So I feel you. I didn't do that, but I feel you.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I get
it. Should we alternate, or do you want to just do your full thing?
Let's alternate. Let's do it like we've been doing.
Okay. See, I think you're listing some pretty deluxe rides. I went the bottom of the barrel scraping shit off the floor.
Okay.
Number 5, the spinning sombrero at Knott's. There are like sombreros that you sit in and they spin.
Yeah.
Listen, I know the teacups are a mixed bag, but I still think they execute them in a fun way at Disneyland. These sombreros that spin at knots. They spin way too fast.
Yeah.
There's no fun atmosphere. It's just, ready?
Okay, done.
Get me out of this fucking hat.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it's called. The spinning sombrero.
I have no idea.
Sombrero. Fuck that sombrero.
Yeah.
Sorry, I try not to curse a lot in this show, but I can't help it because it's a POS, piece of shit is what that stands for. So yeah, that ride sucks. Anyway.
Yeah. Okay, my number 4. It's kind of a split one, but I'm gonna say Interventions Launch Bay. I don't get why that's an attraction.
The launch bay.
Like,
is that an attraction?
I'd say it's an attraction because they do like all the. When it was Interventions, it was like House of the. I don't know.
House of the Future.
It's never been good, unless it was the like Carousel of Progress or America Sings.
Yeah.
Like, not America Sings.
No, there was America Sings.
Oh, it was America
That's
Sings.
what it was. Yeah.
I mixed it. I was thinking of American Adventure.
Oh, yeah. When I was a kid, I loved America Sings.
Yeah.
Interventions was a step down, but at least you could go in and look at, we've got technology. Fine.
Yeah.
All right. But it got boring. And out of date. And then, Star Wars Launch Bay that it is now is,
it's like,
there's no reason to go in there.
Just put this building out of its fucking misery.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, it's now it's like a gift shop and some meet and greets. You used to be able to meet Thor in there, and it's like
it's a waste. Put a carousel show back in there or bulldoze the building.
Yeah.
If they bulldozed it and put a hot dog cart there, it'd be better than what's there right now. Another corn dog cart. I'm down. Yeah. Okay, my number 4. Again, I don't need to look this up. I know this off the cuff. My number 4 is, I don't even know the actual name of it. Somebody can Google it. I don't care enough. Whoopi Goldberg's Golden Dream or whatever.
That almost made my list.
Really?
Yeah.
When California Adventure opened and Whoopi Goldberg had a show you could go to where Whoopi told you about the old days of California. Yeah, I'm good. Rip this. I mean, the moment I went to it, any of my friends went there. California Adventure was brand new. We went in, saw that, and went, cool. When are they bulldozing this to build something? Like, are they anytime? So yeah, I gotta go with that. Yeah. Sorry, Whoopi. Lots of love to you. Don't need you to tell me about. There's a part in this attraction though that I hate to say cracked me up. There's a part where it shows a bunch of people back in the day building the railroad.
Yeah.
And then they have a cute little funny scene where, you got to put dynamite in the holes to blow open the rock to build the track. And then they have a funny scene where, I dropped the dynamite. Oh, where's the dynamite? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the dynamite went off, killing this entire family. It's like, was this a joke or not? I just watched a family die. Like, look it up on YouTube. You'll see what I'm talking about. They play it up for laughs and then they kill everyone. So maybe that part is played for a goof, but no good. Anyway, that's my number 4.
That was your number 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're on to my number 3.
Yes.
Okay, my number 3 is Superstar Limo.
Oh.
Why even build it? It was so bad. It wasn't even open a year.
Yeah, that is bad.
It was just a rushed, shitty ride that had caricatures of celebrities in them, and I don't understand.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
that was awful.
It was really, really bad.
I think we're gonna have a lot of California Adventure stuff on here because when they built that park, it was a POS, man. That one is not on mine. Yeah. Because I never went on it. I didn't want to. I've seen it from afar.
Yeah, I've never gone on it either. I think I could have. I went in the days of like early days, and I just don't think I bothered.
I don't hold it against. I just didn't do that, but you could watch any video and go, that's definitively bad.
Every single person goes, why did they even? Yeah. Like, why did this get made?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah. Okay, my number 3. Ready for? Is that what we're on? My number 3, or
I believe so.
Or which one? I
just did that was my number 3.
Okay, my number 3, Goofy Sky School. This is an off the shelf.
It's a Crazy Mouse cookie cutter. You just buy it anywhere and just plop it in on some land.
Yeah,
it's like not good.
If you ever see the Crazy Mouse ride at your local fair, it's the same ride, and they make you feel like you're going to go off of it. Oh no! I didn't. I'm alive. Yeah. Rip this out and put something cool here.
But if they announced they were getting rid of it, they're like, no, that's my favorite
ride. Me and my family take Christmas pictures on that every year. No, get rid of Goofy Sky School.
It doesn't need to be done.
The only point I'll ever give it is that I think it was Game Days last year. They put my hotel room. I had a hotel room facing that attraction directly.
Right over it.
Seriously, I went out on my balcony and I was facing that ride over the perimeter of the park. And I got to watch people. It was right at the part where it makes you think you're going to fall off of it. So it's families going, oh God. Oh, okay. So that was enjoyable. That's the only enjoyment I got out of that.
Yeah, I've been on it once. I don't give a fuck about that ride.
Anyway, Goofy Shit School. I agree. All right. That was my number 3. So we're on your number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
My number 2 is... I was hard time putting this on the list because I haven't been on it. But I have not heard a single good review from this ride. Because it just scrambles you up so bad you hate it. On Mission Space in Epcot.
Ew, yeah, no.
I heard nothing but bad things, that this thing is just a, like, G-Force simulator.
Yeah.
And there are so many warnings going into this ride.
Yeah.
There are warnings on every wall, everything, and people are like, nah, whatever, I like it. And it just basically scrambles your brain.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck. I was like, why build this right?
Yeah, spin around with a screen in front of you. No.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I don't want to do that.
Again, that's not on my list either. Again, I didn't list things that I didn't go on, but that's something I wouldn't even want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I have
I'm
no
all right.
desire. I'm glad they bulldozed Horizons for that too.
Yeah, I think that honestly earns. Yeah. That should get it number 1 on the list just by default. That it killed one of the greatest.
One of the greatest dark rides ever that I've never been on.
Which I know that's another ride I haven't been on, but guess what? I'm being a hypocrite and I'm going to say that was the best ride. And that's it. But anyway, I do like that they're doing a space restaurant. That's cool.
Yeah,
I'll go there.
I'll check out the space restaurant, not the Mission Space.
My number 2 worst attraction. Is this my number 2 now?
Yes.
So
I just did my number 2.
Okay. My number 2 is, I actually like this ride. I'm going to say I go on this more than these other ones on my list.
Okay.
I still go on it. I have a good time going on it. If friends are around, I recommend let's go on it. But I list it as my number 2 because I think it's pathetic. Okay. I think it's the ratio. I'm judging this by the ratio of this should be good. Wow, it's really not. You guys could do better, and this was embarrassing. I still go on it. Okay. But Monsters Inc. in California Adventure.
Yeah, they did a good job. Like for what the shit sandwich they got. Like, see what they did, but it sucks.
They reskinned the Superstar Limo really fast, and you go on it, and it's just like, that's the best you had, huh?
Yeah, that's all you do.
Okay. I have fun writing it because it is bad.
Yeah, and you can spot the reskinned celebrities that they put the suits in,
and that is fun.
That's worth it,
and that is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I enjoy this one, ironically, more than the other ones on my list, but it is bad. It's the most disappointing. So I put it as number 2. Just kind of like, whoa, you really did this, and it's still here. Anyway, that's that.
Okay, that's your number 2?
That's my number 2.
Okay,
my number 1?
I might get some flack for this.
Uh-oh. Controversy coming in.
This is going to be controversial, but I do not like this ride. I don't see the point. It's always broken. But I think Heimlich's Choo Choo Train sucks ass.
Oh!
And I know there are friends of mine that go like, oh, I love this ride. It's gone now. They bulldozed it for the Marvel stuff. But I never liked that ride. Half the smells didn't work. It was a 30-second ride. I don't get it.
Kevin?
What?
My number 1 worst attraction is Heimlich's Choo Choo Train.
Yeah.
We have the same number 1 worst.
Okay.
That ride was the most embarrassing thing I think they've ever built.
Yeah.
Even ironically, let's write this ironically. Man, it took like 30 minutes to get on this. All right, let's get on it. Oh, it's over.
Yeah, it's
the smells don't work half the time.
Yeah.
I remember Sean's kids went to Disneyland for the first time years ago, and it and Sean asked me if I wanted to go along, and we all went. It was a bunch of friends, and the kids were there, and seeing them see these rides for the first time was really fun. That ride was like putting those kids under. Like it was like even little kids were Is this how
Yeah.
long is this? I mean, it was like dead.
It's so boring.
It is so boring, and I think that was embarrassing. I really think they should have been ashamed of themselves building that.
Yep.
And again, it's ironic fun for 1 second.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're really doing this. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Luckily, it's over quick, but yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe that. We did not discuss that
Nope,
at a
not
time. Oh man, we both agree the number one worst. Okay, are we ready for the number one?
I already know my number one. I'm not even gonna take my phone out of my pocket.
Okay, and I think I know your number one.
I think you do.
Do you think you know mine?
Yeah.
Well, should you say it, or do you want me to try to guess it?
Do you want me to try to guess yours? Let's try to. I'll guess yours.
Okay, see if you can guess mine.
I think your number one is Haunted Mansion.
Kevin, come on. Are you being serious? You think my number one is Haunted Mansion? Of course it's Haunted Mansion! The Haunted Mansion, my favorite attraction of all time, because I believe this ride uses every cute and funny trick the Imagineers ever learned. Walt Disney oversaw the stuff from it, but he never got to see it open. And I think in the wake of Walt passing away, every artist wanted to bring their best to this.
Yeah.
There was confusion. Should it be a walkthrough? Should it be this? Should it be that? No one kind of knew what to do. Should it be scary? Should it be funny? And so every artist just kind of went, I don't know.
Yeah.
And tried to do their best in the four corners of this mansion. Mm-hmm. What it resulted in is a truly confusing, bizarre experience. And the unexplainable nature of it, plus the cute humor of it, plus the scary, weird stuff in the first half, all of it together, all the best tricks Disneyland ever did, they're in this ride. Bing, bang, boom. Perfect attraction, front to back. And I will say, I actually didn't pick Disneyland or Disney World because I think they both have things balancing each other out. I like the outside experience, the external house, the actual house outside at Disneyland and Anaheim, like I'll point it out right there. I like that better in California.
Oh, it looks way more like, I don't know. It just looks ominous.
Because in California, it's the nicest house you've ever seen. Yeah. It's spotless, white, nice house. Yeah. To me, it makes it way creepier. I remember going on this for the first time as a kid going, this house looks nice. Wait, there's something bad inside? Yeah. The contrast made it creepier. Yeah. And that was a Walt Disney mandate. Walt Disney said, we should have this be the nicest looking house. And they were like, why? And he said, trust me, we take care of the outside. The ghosts take care of the inside. That's Walt right there. It's way creepier having this nice house. But Disney World has a few extra scenes that are really cool. I like their load area a lot, where it's more of an art gallery and you see more creepy old Mark Davis art. Yeah. There's a lot of little moments that I think Florida actually has over the California one. Mm-hmm. But if I had to pick one, it'd be the classic, the original in California. But I think they're both valid. They're both excellent. And they have things to make them balance out to be equal, in my opinion. So that's my number one. I think I know your number one. Should I just guess it?
Try to guess it.
And I gotta say, I like this too, but I am disappointed. I did not think it would be your number one, and I'm kind of blown away. Am I disappointed? I don't know. If I could find it, because I know it's here. Sorry, I'm flipping through it. I know I'm gonna find it. I know it's back here somewhere. It's not. Okay. No. I think I know what it is.
I think so too.
Is it the Indiana Jones Adventure?
Yes, it is.
That's your number one ride of all time.
Oh, it is the best ride in my mind because it is the perfect mix of dark ride and thrill ride. Yeah. And I fucking love it.
Yeah, they did do that well.
Absolutely love it. I love being in a Jeep. I love going through an old temple. I absolutely love it. This is my favorite ride. I'll go on it every day. It doesn't matter. Never gets old. I love it. It's great.
I hear you. Yeah, I have to. In my mind, I cannot justify putting this higher than the Pirates and Haunted Mansion, basically. I don't expect anyone to agree with this Small World thing. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But Pirates and Haunted Mansion, I am actually surprised you put this above those. But I hear you. Where it did blend, it destroyed all expectation.
Yep.
It's not. Is this a dark ride? Is this a fast ride? What is this? Yes.
Yeah, it's everything.
Yeah. They did combine all types of experiences into one really neat thing. I get it. I get it. But I can't put the classics above. I don't know, man.
That's it.
I don't know. That kind of grinds my gears a little bit, I have to say.
This has always been my top ride. Even when I was in 85, it's top ride.
In 85.
Yeah.
You know, before they built it.
Yeah.
That was, you could just tell. Well, guys, so what do you guys think of our number ones here? What do you think of the whole list? I do want to go through the runners up.
Oh yeah.
What I wanted to put on the list. I really did want Flight of Passage on there. It kills me I could not fit that in, but I just love the old cute stuff so much that I had to include those. So I did, but Flight of Passage I think would have been my number 11. I think it would have. For me, right behind that would be The People Mover in Florida. I did count that. And I would say the Disneyland Railroad with the
Disneyland one with the animatronic stuff and I don't know what you
the
call
Grand Canyon diorama and stuff. I would have done that. Then I'm gonna say the Tiki Room, Disneyland's Tiki Room. It's better than anyone else's.
That's one.
And then I would say Star Tours. I love Star Tours. It's always been
even the new one is fucking great.
I mean, I wanted to fit all of these in. I really did. And then I would say, and then this would be controversial, but after that, so what would this be, like 15? My number 15? Yeah. I wanted to say, this is people might not agree, but Living with the Land.
That's a great ride.
That is the most chill, why does this exist attraction. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just, we're going through all these biomes and you grew vegetables. Why does this...
Yeah.
What? So I would pick that. And then right after that would be... I'm not going to go through a million of these, but right after that, another favorite. And again, these ones, I wish I could put them all in my top 10. But right after that, I would put Mr. Toad.
Oh yeah, Mr. Toad is Mr. Toad. Of all the fantasy, because I didn't really put anything on Fantasyland. That's my favorite one in Fantasyland.
Yeah.
The best one.
So yeah, that's pretty much
I didn't do any runners up, but a lot of my runners up are ones you just put in your top 10. Like American Adventure and everything like that.
Yeah. I really liked American Adventure. That for some reason, I know a lot of people who like it. For some reason, that one, like, I was like awestruck with that. Like, I put that pretty high up. I know that wouldn't be in a lot of people's top 10, but that really, like, to me was a fantastic show.
Yeah.
But, Mr. Toad in Disneyland, I love that too. Again, that rounds out, like I said, 15 or 16.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think those are our lists.
Honorable mention for me, everybody go check this out if you can, but Waterworld at Universal Studios is the best live-action show of any theme park ever made.
Yes.
There's no animatronics in it. It's just all actual actors, and it's the best one.
I also want to add to my runners-up too, and it kills me, but like I said, the one non-Disney thing I would have included is the Calico Mine Train at Knott's.
Yeah. Oh.
It kills me I couldn't put that in there. I really would want to. That's one of my favorite dark rides ever. So I would put that in there. Anything else we didn't include?
I can't think of anything.
I saw some people, I'm gonna get into the controversy once again. When we talked about least favorite attractions, I saw a couple people in the chat mention the Millennium Falcon. And I wrote my runners up here. I actually fleshed out kind of a top 20. Yeah. That's among mine.
That would be an honorable mention for me.
Yeah, and I think it gets a bad rap. I think there's some people that like go, "Oh, video game." I think that is the one attraction that you get what you put into it.
Yeah, if you have the energy going into it,
Yeah.
you will get that back. If you're like super into it,
Yeah.
everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
If you're not, the ride kind of like, okay, I just
Yeah. If you're in a cabin with all of your friends and you're all yelling and throwing out orders and stuff like that, I think that ride is like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think it's incredible. If you're just riding it by yourself with some family you don't know and you're just like, then yeah, it's all right. And I will say, there are things I wish it had. For me personally, I wish they added a more kind of, this is going to sound weird, a more romantic mission in terms of like something where you're doing something really like a sweeping adventure.
Yeah.
Rather than go retrieve this fuel. Have that in there, but they need to add more missions. I agree.
They do.
And that keeps it lower on my list. They do need to add more. But that doesn't change the fact that it was a lot of fun doing that with friends. I think you got to go on that with guns blazing kind of thing, So I love that. Peter Pan to me is like a definitive Disneyland experience.
Great. The line's really long, but it's great.
And I love some people are hit and miss with this. And I know some people would rank it as their most boring or whatever, but I love animatronics and all the classic stuff. I love the Hall of Presidents. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I like it,
Yeah.
So I like that too. But those are all the ones I can think of. Any other runner-ups for you that we didn't get to mention?
Somebody mentioned in the chat, but E.T. is great.
Yeah, E.T.
E.T.'s is just an old, janky dark ride, and it's really good. I love it. You're like Peter Pan, but you're on a bike, and you're floating over there, like cops going, oh, did somebody mention in the chat the Harry Potter stuff at Universal? Would you rank that, or nah? It's fun. I enjoy it. I'm one of the few people that I know of that does enjoy it, because it's kind of really, there's a lot of screens.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't rank that as an honorable mention. It might be, but like,
there's a lot of rides out there.
It's not a must go on.
Yeah. It's really funny because I hear so much love for that ride. And it's so funny. Everyone here went on it and was like, fuck that. I'll never go on that again. It's like, I know so many people who love this, but somehow it struck out with everyone here. But you like it.
I enjoy that ride. I don't have to go on it all the time, but I enjoy it. Yeah.
It's better than ever. I mean, Harry Potter, I know everyone's just real hot on that right now. So, if you've never been on it, now's the time, especially with the virus happening too.
Yeah.
They keep adding layers to Harry Potter Land, just being a kick-ass time. Anyway, but yeah. But I will say, somebody mentioned in the chat, the Harry Potter stuff is pretty much just for people who are a fan of the series. I am not a fan of Harry Potter. I never have been. But I did think the ride, the land, I think is really well done, really immersive, and walking around and looking at stuff and just taking it in. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought they did a great job. So personally, I'm not a fan. Just like, I mean, honestly, going to the Avatar land for the first time, I groaned. I was like, really, Avatar? Come on.
And it's like, this is a cool world I'm in right now.
I bought a bunch of Avatar crap because I like the land so much. It wasn't even really to do with the movie. I don't know. I thought they did a pretty good job, but I don't need to go on that ride.
Yeah.
I'm good. Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think that's.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
I think we had a pretty good list. Any final thoughts on each other's lists?
No, I think we both had pretty decent lists. Nothing that stands out like, oh, what the fuck?
Something's bugging me that you got a ride from 1995 above the classic Walt era rides. I think you need to, I don't know, I'm calling you out.
Sometimes you got to do stuff Walt doesn't know about.
But Indy is such a great ride though, so I can't be a hater. I do want to say though, somebody's mentioning the great movie ride. That would be one of my top ones. It's hard because it's gone, and I don't know. That would be among my favorites. But I guess in my mind, I was picking ones that are around, which doesn't really make sense. But that would have been an honorable mention for sure. It wouldn't have been in my top 10, but that was one of my favorites. It kills me, Kevin, that you didn't get to go on that. That breaks my heart because it was like an Epcot ride, honestly. And I loved it, but I didn't put that on just for that reason. I'm surprised Tower of Terror didn't come up for you.
Yeah, it's really good. The one in Disney, that's an honorable mention for sure. Yeah. The best one is the one in Disney World at what is it, Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
The other ones, they're like, I'm whatever about Marvel stuff, but the new one is fun, like that they did here, but the classic one is over Disney World. They never touched it, and it's got like a dark ride part in the middle. It's good.
Yeah. Somebody mentioning the Mickey and Minnie and Mickey ride is such a bummer. It's nothing but screens. I have not looked at a thing from the new Mickey and Minnie ride that replaced the Great Movie Ride, but so I stayed away from it. I kept hearing they were doing effects of all kinds, like physical and projection. But if that's true, that's a bummer. I know people who really love it and really hate it. So I kind of stayed away from the reaction, though. I just know a couple people that checked it out. But by and large, I really didn't hear much of a verdict. I kind of stayed away from that.
I'm waiting until until I can go again, and then my own opinions.
I really do think I said this before, but I really do think they closed the Great Movie Ride because it had so many animatronics in it. I really think they went
high maintenance costs.
Look, well, not only that, I think they closed it because look, if we close it, this ride is kind of showing its age. If we close it, we can take all these animatronics and make 2 awesome Star Wars shows from it. And I think that the animatronics in those Star Wars rides are from that.
Yeah.
When I see Kylo Ren doing stuff, I'm like, that's the Wicked Witch. That's got to be the Wicked Witch. Anyway. I think that's it.
Okay.
I think that's it, guys. I hope that you liked it. Oh yeah, and talking about shows, World of Color.
Oh yeah, World of Color is great. Only problem is, I haven't liked many of the recent iterations of the World of Color.
No, they keep doing stuff to it.
Like World of Color was a masterpiece, and they kept doing stuff to it, and now it's like, okay, what is this?
Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, did you go on the Ratatouille ride?
Yeah.
You like that?
Yeah, I liked it.
That's opening at Epcot. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for the Epcot version, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, that's our list. I hope you liked it. I hope you agreed. That is the definitive list. So no argument really. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the final list. And take it with a grain of salt. Or wait, no, the opposite of that. Take it as definitive word. If you have any ideas for a future episode of Creepy Old Crypt, let us know. Because Lord knows we don't have any. But no, we want to do more. I think this will be cool to kind of try to bring this back. We want to do more, but again, it's hard. The parks are closed. And as of today, the parks have still not opened.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. I don't know if you just saw, Kevin, but they, I guess the state of California was just about to announce reopening plans.
Yeah.
And now the parks have been begging for this all summer. Like, please announce a plan. Yeah. And now the state is about to, and the parks went, no, don't announce it. Because I guess whatever plan they rolled out, the parks are going, this plan sucks. Don't do it this way. So what is it? What happened?
I don't know. Whatever.
Meanwhile, Florida's been open since July.
Just figure it out, and I'll see you whenever you open. Doesn't matter. A year from now, it doesn't matter.
I'll go whenever. A monorail episode. That's a good idea. I just got a book about the monorail. They just put out a book specifically about the monorail. Maybe that would be a good episode. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway, Bob Iger just stepped down from the California Economic Task Force. I don't even know what that means, but it can't be good. Or it could be great. Yeah. Listen, I could read the chat all day, but we have to break, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
This was fun.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun, and we came to a lot of good points, and that's it. We'll see you next time. Hopefully, next month we'll have a brand new Creepy Old Crypt for you. Take care, everyone. See you next time. We're gonna play a little cute music. Actually, I'm not. I'm just
there's no cute music.
I'm not even gonna add anything.